2025. The budget proposals are actually presented on the 23rd of July in the Lok Sabha, and the House is there in motion. This is the first full budget in the 18th Lok Sabha, presented in this late July. The next union budget is due on the 1st of February 2025. While we could see some proposals which have been made in this budget, we may expect bigger proposals in the next budget, because this particular budget is for few months, not for full year. However, we can make some analysis based on the current proposals. So there was an issue before this elections on employment. Okay? And there is this issue remains even after the elections being held. So what one can see, the focus of this budget is largely on unemployment. I must say that the proposals that have been made in this budget in a very complex economic environment, the International Monetary Fund's World Economic Outlook, it reports the forecast global growth to slow from 8.2% in 2023 to 7% in 2024 and 6.5% in 2025. This upside inflation has forced the central banks around the world to tighten their economy. To over-tightening may push the global economy into some kind of a recession. And its spillover effect is evident actually in India. So the RBI has raised its key repo rate from 4% in October 2020 to 6.5% in February 2023, and remain unchanged till the last Monetary Policy Committee, which met in June 2024. So that was about the broad part of it. Now coming to employment, the ILO data suggests that the India's employment to population, that is, the population is over the age of 15 years. So the employment to population ratio has dropped from 55% in 2005 to 52.7% in 2023. So employment is actually going down. So there is a lower than the other developing countries. Okay? Particularly if you see Bangladesh, that is 54%, China is 65%, and Vietnam is 73%. So we are nowhere near Vietnam, which is which can be compared. And the periodic labor force survey that has been conducted by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, it shows that the urban employment ratio has declined from 9.8% in July 2021 to 6.8% during January-March 2023 to 6.7% during January-March 2024. So far as urban employment is concerned, again, it's going down. So the labor participation rate has actually increased from 50% to it has increased to some extent. So there are other statistics from the Employment Provident Fund organizations, which indicates the consistency so far as the payroll addition is concerned. So a couple of things that we can see, there are all kinds of statistics, but the government has kept the nominal growth rate unchanged from at 10.5%. That is the nominal rate. I'm not talking about the real growth rate. And what all the speakers have said, the urban development has been given the 5th priority in the all 9 priority areas that have been identified in the Union Budget 2024-25. While we can see, as the Professor Malaya said, the other priorities like employment and skilling, manufacturing and services, energy security, infrastructure, innovation and technology, they are also significant drivers so far as the economic growth in urban sector is concerned. Now, since this seminar is also on local governance, we must say that we have about 5,000 odd local governments in this country, and out of that, about 250 odd are municipal corporations, about 2,000 municipalities, and 2,500 odd Nagar Panchayats. And these bodies, they do not get money directly from the union budget. Okay, it gets money from the Finance Commission's transfers. And Finance Commission's transfers, it keeps on increasing as per the 15 Finance Commission's recommendations. So these urban local governments is actually draws power from the state legislations, and whatever money that has been transferred to the states, a part of this transfer to the municipalities, both all these municipalities, the municipal corporations, municipal councils, and Nagar Panchayats. Okay, and they have in turn do some work on sanitation, drinking water, street lights, and rural roads. These municipalities, they do have the authority to collect taxes and non-taxes. We all know that. It's only some of the municipal corporations, those who are in a position to collect about 50% of the total resource requirement. The rest of them typically depends upon the transfers. So the kind of transfer that has taken place in this year budget, it has increased from 25,000 crores, which was budgeted in 2024-25. It's 25,653 crores to be very precise, which has been budgeted from 19,222 crores, which is the figures of 2023 revised estimates. So it's quite a jump. It's about 25% jump, which is quite substantial, I must say. Despite that, there were some conditionalities which was imposed by the 15 Finance Commissions, that if you do not have a state finance commission in place, that is by the 31st March 2024, then you will not be getting some conditional grants from the union government. And as Rumi has said, the budget allocations for the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, this has increased from 69,000 crores to 82.5 thousand crores. If we compare the figures of the 2023-24 revised estimates to the budgeted figures of this year, so it's actually 16% increase. I think your figures, the 19%, is based on the budgeted figures of 2023-24. So the capital expenditure is hiked to 28,628 crores from 26,533 crores if we take the figures of 2023-24 revised estimates. This is again an increase of 7.3% over the revised estimates of 2023-24. And a significant increase of 9.6% proposed for center sector schemes. Okay, so a couple of things that's already been mentioned. I don't want to repeat that. And of course, there was an increase in Swachh Bharat urban component, and but there was a sharp decline so far as the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, that is the urban livelihood missions. So that is something one has to look at it. In the paucity of time, just wanted to mention, the government has been allocating lots of money for capital purposes then to the states. But states, as the data suggests, many of the states are not actually spending that money. And it has something to say so far the urban sectors are concerned, so far the city economy is concerned. The government focus is on physical infrastructure, largely on physical infrastructure, not so much on social infrastructure. And the physical infrastructure can improve if both the union, state, and local government, they work together. That's a point I just wanted to mention it here. And with the paucity of time, I don't want to mention the other things. Maybe in the second round, I can get into this. Thank you very much.